Thank you for listening to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast, where 518 golfs the Cape. We hope you enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast. I'm slowing things down today. I'm not as excited as last time. I got my balls busted a little bit. Whoa. Welcome back to another episode of the Upstate.
And he's gonna do it anyways.
My daughter makes fun of my intro to the PPP, so
All right. Well, we're here for a really special one, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. I got
when
my
a hero comes along.
We're in studio tonight, in T-Money Studio. We have a returning guest coming tonight. He was one of the original big guests that I had. Really excited to have on, 100,000 followers plus. So when we had him, I don't know, episode 15, 16, it was really a big deal for me. We've had a couple big guys on since, but Patrick Koenig, world record holder, really excited to have him on. Guy's a maniac, 580 courses.
Well, you can't just say world record holder. All right.
No,
get into it.
What do you do?
No,
the most bottle caps?
Most about 580.
Collect the most toenails.
No, 580 golf courses played in a single year. Different courses in a single year. Figure it out. Do the math, buddy. How many rounds is that a day?
It's a couple.
It's at least
two.
At least 27 holes.
Right. Well, but he had to play two
Minimum.
18s. He didn't do 18 and 9 the way he explained. He said it was
Right.
always so. Sometimes he would play two rounds. Sometimes he'd play 3 rounds in a day. Take a day off. He worked it out to where he could take vacations and everything. But
Sweet.
it was a lot of golf for my man. And again, he did it throughout the year. He had an RV. He called it the recreation golf vehicle. He had a driving range off the roof. So, I mean, my man was living for a year.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. So he's going to come on. He's going to have some stories. I want him to tell some of the stories to you guys because I had Scrounge with us. It was just me and Scrounge.
Yo,
You
Mikey,
guys weren't with us.
Yeah, we missed this one, Mikey. How funny would it be if this guy shows up with a cape hunt for this guy?
Dressed up like Homelander.
Oh my God.
Superhero and shit.
So they're making fun of me, Patrick, because I said this guy's my hero at the really beginning of the episode.
Guys, he's here.
He's here, my hero.
I literally. So I forget what it was, but I came over to your house for something to see. You were doing something in the video. You figured something out or whatever, and you showed me the clip, and I lost it. I said, Mikey, we leave him alone for one episode. Man.
Brad and it was one of the only ones really Brad did with me, Scrounge, I think. He's part of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast, but I think that's the only one he actually did.
Is it?
That's because you try and get him to record in a fucking closet.
So yeah, we were in it was a Friday afternoon. It was I wanted to make things work for Patrick, so I said we'll make it work.
Well,
my daughter
sitting there like ET.
Yeah, my daughter. My daughter had friends over and shit. Like, it was loud. It was a mess, and we got it done. We had a really good interview. It was a good episode. Wait till you hear his hole-in-one story. It's not his hole-in-one, but it's a good one. I'm going to ask him to tell it again because from his words are pretty amazing. But he's going to have some fun stories for us. He's a photographer. Take some amazing photos of amazing golf courses.
Amazing.
So today
on golf courses.
Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about his new book that he did the photography for, the golf courses of New England. and which is actually nice because we do the Cape Cod thing, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple Cape Cod courses in the book, if I recall looking through it. So he's sending us a copy, autographing it to the Upstate Golf Guys. We'll put it in studio here.
No, we won't. That's under your pillow.
That's under my pillow.
I told you I was gonna roast you in this episode.
Oh man,
That shit, he's carrying that shit around with him everywhere.
No, this
dude.
book. Okay.
Look like he's going to homeroom.
Oh, but I can't wait to see the book.
You guys want it this week? You guys sign it out. You got a library card?
We'll treat it.
Let me see your library
We'll
card.
treat it like the Stanley Cup.
Yup.
I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, let's check out. I want to show you guys something. Actually, speaking of his photography, I put something together here. It's pretty cool. Now that I'm working this, I just have to find it.
Not a boy.
Yeah, man. These are some of my favorite pictures that he did.
Start deleting some.
My man played some courses. That's just a couple of them.
That's pretty cool, man.
I mean, Raj,
The nighttime course. We got to do nighttime.
I would love to go play a nighttime.
gotta
that
go.
would make so much money in our neck of the woods, wouldn't it?
Dude,
First of all,
you're
it's
extending
golf throughout the summer in a short season.
I don't understand
Especially
why more
us.
don't. We got to start talking to everybody at Freer.
Floodlights, buddy, floodlights.
Freer would never do it just because Troy would never do it.
Nah, they want
it's gotta
like
be
a
they want
fairway.
the
A fairway's
downtime.
a half moon. Why not?
You need a course
You need
that's
the downtime for
all
the
right. First of
fucking
all,
turf.
you
but
need a course.
still.
Actually, Freer Park would be
We'll
perfect.
do it
You
3-4
need-
nights a week.
You need a back
Right.
nine. Like what you need is a course like Freer Park, the back nine, a back and
Yes.
forth course. So the floodlights take. You know what I mean?
Eagle Crest style.
Right. You don't
people's
need
property.
floodlights. You can't have a course like the front nine of Freer Park because they
Too
won't.
many houses. around.
Well, no, not only that, you would need too many lights. It would take, it would take 2 or 3 lights.
Jeez.
Yeah, I almost lost it.
rolling around.
It would take 2 or 3 lights for 3 holes in the back nine of Freer Park, right? Think about 15, think about 14, 15, and 16. You would only need like 3 or 4 floodlights for all 3 of those holes.
Yeah.
No, because you
would need some lights on the tee boxes.
You'd
like the
need
spotlights,
more.
but yeah.
need a little more.
You would
than
need
that,
some
dude.
more.
But that's the kind of course. you need.
Because now you're creating shadows and you're gonna lose the ball
Yeah,
anyway.
whatever though.
You got to
whatever.
figure a football field. A high school football field has a lot of lights for 100
Right.
yards. So you're gonna, but they're also gonna be higher up, brighter lights. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It'd
it
be
can be
nice.
done. We just
It's
seen
done. It is done.
it. It is done, and it looks great. It only could be like probably a 9-hole, maybe a 9-hole course. I don't know. We have to start talking to our people
Nah.
around here.
Ain't no one around here gonna do it.
No one's gonna do it. Why?
Saratoga Lake. I haven't played up there in a while, but I don't
Saratoga Lake is not open enough. Not open enough.
think, yeah.
You need like an eagle, like you said, an Eagle Crest style, or like the back nine of Freer Park, that
Stadium.
style course.
For some reason, I'm picturing the stadium being lit up. And I
yeah.
think it would look sick off of the highway
Yeah, it
and
would.
everything else.
Yeah,
with the trees
Yeah.
being lit up on the sides of the fairways and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd look dope.
yeah. We got to start talking to our connections out here, and let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen.
Well, by the sounds of it, the McGregor Links dude
Yeah,
Got
he wants
some-
to work with us a
got
little
some
bit.
connection.
Yeah, I can't wait to work with
Let's make it happen,
Rocky.
man. That's gonna be fun.
I can't wait to work with Rocky. Shout out Rocky. We're gonna do some video work with him and have him join the team, right, Raj?
Yeah, see what's up, man. See what's it all about. We
Absolutely.
both have the same kind of ideas, and he's got the skill for the videography of it. And see what it's all about.
All
Yeah,
right.
It'll be a lot of fun.
We'll get you content. We got plenty of the guys we golf with.
We'll
There's-
golf for
there's
you.
content.
yeah, absolutely. So what else is going on, guys? How was your week, Mikey?
Work.
Yeah, just work, plugging
Yeah.
along, making that money so we could go to Hilton Head, right?
Yeah.
That's it. How about you, Raj? How was your week?
Oh man, dude, you never believe it. I just played golf like every single day this week, dude.
Fucking suck.
Played
I hate
we snuck out for 9 and our timing was impeccable because we just happened to get to the 9th hole and the leagues were just in between the leagues and we found an opening, so we ended up getting an 18 instead of 9 the other
Nice.
day. So that was a good time because I was on a heater. I shot a 40 on the front. I was on pace for a 78 until I doubled 17 and it really threw me. I shot an 81, but I doubled I had a bogey on 15 and then doubled 17, but I was on pace for 78 until I messed up those two.
It's always a couple blow up holes, bro.
It was
For us,
stupid, man. And I lost money to
CD
Fairway.
fighters.
Fairway beat me for 20 this week. Pissed
Sick
about it. We Joe. So here's the thing. This guy, we play $1 a hole,
Yep.
and then we do greenies. So he plays from the seniors. So
Yeah.
it's a lot different for him. He ups the ante on the greenies. I win all the holes, but he wins more greenies than I do because he's hitting it from 37 yards. And every time it's like, oh, I won 9 holes. I owe $4. So this day I owe him $6. This day I owe $5. It was like literally, I paid him today. I paid him $2 today too. So he got me for $22.
Fairway has his hand out too.
Yeah,
he's
he's coming to get that.
he's like,
$2.
yo,
Absolutely.
He's ready.
Absolutely.
He
So
is.
Bob
As
owed
a
him
matter
like
of fact, he owes me $1 from last time.
sick, closest to the
Fucking
pin for
guy.
$1. He did
Yeah.
that. Is that
Yep.
what he did with you?
I think so.
Yeah, closest to the pin for $1 is his favorite catchphrase. Hey man, closest to the pin for $1. You got a dollar. And he'll throw his dollar right on the ground and everything. He's great.
I love
Nah, what was it? $4. It was $4. I gave him a 5, and he was like, "I owe you one."
Oh,
for
for the
the
actual
skins.
round
Or
and
the greenies. The
skins.
greenies are
Yeah,
$1
yeah.
hole greenies. Yeah.
Gotcha. So what's going on in a couple weeks, Raj? What's the plan for Pitch Pump Off? You have some big plans. I know you guys are going away for the weekend, but
So
what are we gonna do for that Sunday?
So this comes out this upcoming Thursday. So we'll be in Binghamton this upcoming weekend. So we'll be this coming weekend. I'm gonna find a course. So the Rensselaer County tournament's at Freer Park. So we lose our home base for a weekend. It just happens to be the same weekend we go away, which is cool because we'll go out to Binghamton. We'll play our 2 rounds out there. It's a whole golf weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the Pitch Putt Puff guys. There's 7 Pitch Putt and Puff guys going out there. Mikey, I'm staying with your son Kirk. He's super excited. He's going out Thursday with Jay. I don't even know what those boys plan on doing. I think Kev might roll with them. So those guys are going to go out the night early just so they get a good night rest to actually enjoy the course. And then the loop guys. So there's a whole group of guys, probably I want to say about 30 guys who play ahead of the Pitch Putt and Puff on Sundays. A lot of them will play in the county, but the guys who don't need somewhere to play.
Right.
So we're going to take that group. We're going to take, obviously, you guys, Pitch Putt and Puff. I already got like 12 to 14 of us, and we're going to go somewhere. So I'm hoping to have maybe 30 guys and do something. I don't even know what we'll do. It will necessarily be, I don't know. I don't know if we'll do regular Pitch Putt and Puff style. I don't know. If
How about a Ryder Cup? Let's do a Ryder Cup.
you got to put teams together and shit though.
That's
for that.
fine. We can set it up.
Yeah, but I don't know what the amount of people we have to where we can make it accurate and even as well. But the guys from the loop, I'm even cool with trying out their
best
style.
ball.
I was thinking of
Best ball
2-man
teams.
scramble, best ball, 2-man.
Yep.
Something different. But a lot of those guys, they love to gamble, so I don't think they'll want to play best ball.
Mike, you love gambling.
I get that. That's all. Like me and Hank were just talking about that today. He's like, "Man, you guys bet on everything." I'm like, "Dude, I'm betting $1." Like,
Yo.
I don't give a shit. It's like $1,
Right.
and then most of the time it evens out. Like today, I passed him $2 all day long. We were passing. The one way was 10. One day was 10 my way, 10 his way. But it ends up by the end of the round, it's $1, $2, $3. It's whatever.
You know, speaking of gambling, these fucking sick fucks that I follow now, Skinny. Shout out Skinny. This dude bets on everything. Literally everything. You had a video, they were betting on cars going by. What color the next car is going to be, putting odds on it. A red car, snuff. I think the next car is going to be red. I'll give you 5-1 odds. I swear to God, these fucking guys. I don't know if they were really betting on it, but
Open the window.
these guys are junkies. Junkies with the gambling, man. Some people could bet on anything.
I got cash on me. Hold on.
What do you got? What do you got out there? What cars?
Nah.
Remember the old game Punch Buggy? Punch Buggy. You saw the
Punch buggy green.
green, and you don't see him no
Yellow
more.
punch buggy.
Yep.
You said the jab people.
Yep.
Bang.
Yep.
Put
But,
bruises on motherfuckers.
Remember shotgun? Playing shotgun to get front seat.
Yep.
You remember doorknob?
Yeah. How many?
You know where that term came from?
Why?
Because of the cops. Had the shotgun in the front.
No. It was back in the day when they did horse and buggies. Person would be holding the reins. Person would have to sit shotgun.
Okay.
They'd sit there with a shotgun.
Oh,
So that they, you know what I mean?
the reins. They
Old Wild West.
I always thought it was
Gotcha.
because the police had the shotguns right in the next.
Came from like the old Wild West days.
Wild West.
Yo, you remember though? You remember safety and doorknob?
No.
You don't remember safety doorknob when you used to
Oh,
fart?
used to fart? Yeah.
And and if you didn't say safety, like you'd say
You got
safety and
punched.
you're good and you forget. But you're with a group of guys and they say doorknob before you say safety, your ass is getting
You gotta run to
fucked
the
up
doorknob,
before
right?
you get to the doorknob. And it was nobody. You remember this? You remember this? You remember that?
Oh, motherfucker.
You looked, bro. You looked.
All right.
I miss those old games, bro.
I'll get you when you ain't look.
Our big one was
Major
two
flinch over
flinching.
flinching. Dude, we used to
or
play
you just go up and fucking give somebody a fucking
Charlie horse.
It's straight up.
Hard Charlie horse.
Not
So
even a Charlie horse. You knee him right in the side. Right here with your knee.
All right. I have to say, you know what I hated though, which is just fucking disrespectful. And I say, you know what, you guys are fucking assholes because you know how much it hurts is the ball taps. Like, you know what? It's listen, don't do the ball tap. Come on.
Let me ask you guys
This
we all
bullshit.
have young kids. When you had your kid at one point, you know you got ball tapped by your kid. And you had to like make the reaction that it like didn't hurt. Like my daughter hit me one time by accident. We're wrestling around, whatever, and she like kneed me, and I like went down, bro.
Yep.
Like, I was down. She starts crying because she thought she like hurt me. She didn't know what happened, and I can't explain to her at the time, like 3-4 year old, like that what happened. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm like, I had to call my wife. She was taking a nap. I'm like, you got to wake up. I can't function right now.
But do you remember that? Do you remember that was a thing where people used
Yeah.
to slap the balls, like and like give you a ball
Yeah.
tap, and like that's something a man to man should
hard.
never to do. I
Whack.
never did that to another dude because I knew how bad
Remember
that
that?
fucking
I do
hurts,
remember that.
dude. And there's nothing cool about that. Hey, listen, punch me
Be
in the
on your
arm.
toes, man. Be on your
Be
toes.
on your toes. Is that what it is? Punch me as hard as you want in the
absolutely.
arm. Is that
Be
what
on
it's?
your toes?
Fuck you.
You know the people
you-
that do it to you.
You want to
so
do it to
be
me?
on your
I'm
toes.
coming back now with my fucking foot, buddy.
Remember when people used to get pants?
You'll get that foot shoved up your ass.
Listen, I'm coming back
Remember
with
when
a
people used
foot.
to get pants?
Pants. That was.
Yo, I used to wear shorts under my pants, so if I got pants, I still had shorts on. I was always good.
Yeah.
Always prepared.
That's the move.
Mike
and if I was
Maney,
good to go play basketball.
my tattoo artist, the guitar player from Stigmata.
Yeah.
His girlfriend, we used to hang out at 109 at Cumbies religiously. There'd be like a group of 20 just hanging out at the store and stuff, and fucking he would do that shit to his girlfriend.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Sweatpants, just drop them right to her ankles.
Oh my god.
She'd be right in the middle of Cumbies.
Fucking
Fucking everybody's dying. It was
That was
fucking
the
Bring
thing.
it back. Bring back the old school bullying.
We
We need it.
We need it in society because how soft society is. You say
Yeah.
something to these young kids now, and they get all emotional and shit. Like the one kid I work with, he's not bad at all, but like some of these other kids, like I had to be really careful what I said. Like the ball busting we do, they would get like how Anthony gets real emotional. No,
At
but
I
like,
do.
not even as bad as that.
They know
though.
these
That's
guys
crazy.
never know when to expect with me though, because they could bust my balls, and then I just might snap on them. That's the problem. They don't know what kind of day I'm really having. So
No.
Raj, you learn by now though. I can snap any day, man. I'm like
Yeah.
ticking time bomb.
You
I
would
am.
think by now you would realize 99% of the time something that comes out of my mouth is a fucking I'm busting balls.
I
one
know.
way or the
I
other.
do. I always have Mike. He always comes back to me with a text, be like, before I blow up now, relax. It's Raj. Just bust some balls. No. But
This is a joke. calm
which
down.
is a joke. It's all good. It's all good. But what do you guys say? It's about that time. I think he's expecting our link. So you want to go into a short intermission?
Oh,
My hero.
the
What?
wind beneath your
Is
wings.
this the one you started? Brad said you were dozing on him.
Don't you know
I was not
you
falling.
are?
I did not fall asleep.
Yeah, he did.
Brad said he was dozing.
He
He said,
said-
man, he was
he
tired,
said-
man.
We were snuggling, me and Brett, me and Mike.
He did one of these things.
Now that I'm realizing you guys were in a closet, was that your what happened when you guys were done with the podcast? They came out.
It was only fucking neck up, bro.
They came out of the closet, man.
All right, guys. All right, let's go into short intermission. We will be back
He wasn't
after
dozing off.
with my hero,
Nope.
Patrick Koenig, the world record holder, 580 golf courses in a single
He
year.
kept
My
yawning,
man.
too.
Are you done busting my balls yet? Are you done?
Sorry, your intro was great. I'm sorry. Hey,
right.
before we do that though,
What?
before we close out,
Yeah.
let's give a shout out to a couple sponsors. You want to do that?
Well,
for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right here. I got.
You got it lined up.
I got it
already?
lined up right now. Ready?
Great. I
Check
don't
it
have
out.
to do nothing.
Find your perfect putter and join the Lombardi family. Whether you have lead hands, the face on the TC PL22 takes the speed off the ball at impact. Or are you the type that leave putt short? You can try the PC308. It has the weight you need to make it to the hole. You will find that Lombardi has something special for everyone's particular putting stroke. The 1985 is not only the most affordable club, but is the most beautiful. With a sharp red zinc alloy head and a steepless shaft. The Nassau 66 is one of the best-selling mallets on the market. It has a clean straight line finish to help guide your eye through the ball, straight to the target line. The head with a clean black mallet finish and a 60-gram mate shaft and a Lombardi 3.0 crown grip. You want a custom logo? Lee over at Wedge FX has you covered. But if you want to spend a little more money and make some magic happen, try out the new Diamond Mallet Putter. It's an absolute gem. This is a one-of-a-kind design and is available in the Lombardi Custom Shop. This head is made from a futuristic, top-secret metal. It has the center shaft, which prevents pushes and pulls, and it is by far the most forgiving putter in the Lombardi Custom family. Head over to lombardygolf.com and use Upstate at checkout for a hefty discount, or reach out to the Upstate Golf Guys as we are local representatives for Lombardi Golf.
Guys, if that doesn't amp you up to go get a Lombardi putter, I mean, what would? What would?
Dead ass.
What would?
We are becoming a Lombardi family.
I
here
can't
in
even
upstate
sit down
New
right
York.
now.
He's so excited.
can't
I
even
love this
sit.
kid. I love this kid, RGB.
Yo,
All right.
listen. Don't make sure they check out your razzles you've been doing because people can get a good opportunity to get themselves a Lombardi.
100%. Go join the page.
Shout it out, man.
Shout it out.
Go for it, man.
All right. The Upstate Golf Week Amateur. God, I forgot what it's even called right now.
Jesus.
The new page.
It's all right, man. You're doing great.
We made a page, and it's literally so. In
literally?
3 days, we've raffled off 3 spots
Dang. I didn't
and
win.
3 putters.
I lost money.
Wait, listen, 3 spots and 3 putters in 3 days. Adam loves it. Adam loves what's going on. Come join the Golf Week Am Tour New York Upstate Spotlight Raffles on Facebook. That's really
Yeah.
long. It's really long.
So what are the rules? Can I get in these?
We'll have to put you in as like put a beard in a.
I got a guy.
We got a guy. We're gonna have to put a
Yeah.
beard in a remember the things with like the fake noses and the fake glasses. We'll
Oh.
put it on Mikey and
You know what I think we need to do too? See if Adam can do. I know he's got the signs, is the tall, big signs. See if he can get something to hang right here for the Golf Week Am Tour too.
yeah, we'll set it up. We'll set something up. We'll set
Sick.
something. All right, guys.
I'm so excited about the Lombardi putters.
I know
man.
you are.
can't sit
I
down.
know you are. All right, guys. We'll be back.
Contact Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul or the Upstate Golf Guys because we all are
We got
personal friends with
discounts.
Paul. We got discounts, and we are loving what Paul is doing, growing the game of golf like no other.
The amount of money will save you. You can play golf for a week.
Absolutely,
There you go.
100%. I love you, RGB. All right, guys. We'll be back after this short break with Patrick Koenig.
I don't think the head stuff started yet. I think we're all right.
All right, we are back after that short intermission with Patrick Koenig. Thanks for coming back on, Pat.
Oh man, I'm loving it. You guys got new branding. I feel like we're in the studio rocking and rolling. It's a pleasure to be here, fellas.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you on. And I mean, you have played probably obviously more courses than any of us could imagine. 580 golf courses in a calendar year last year. Did you slow down a little bit? Or what?
Yeah, I mean, you got to slow down. I mean, if you speed up, it's another world record.
Yeah, right.
You know, so this year I've been on a lot of airplanes this year. I've flown around the world twice already. So I got some international flavor this year. Did I slow down? I mean, I just did it differently. I think I don't feel like I really slowed down, but of course, yeah, I haven't seen, and maybe you've seen at this point in the year, maybe 100 or so new golf courses. Whereas with much different story last year, but it's a different agenda. I'm doing a lot of photo shoots. And those take 3-4 days to properly, shoot a golf course. But I'm still seeing a lot of cool stuff. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Oman. I've been to London. I've been all over the world this year, and that's been really cool.
Hey, so you've done a couple challenges as well on the Instagram. That one challenge you did was really funny. What was it? You couldn't golf. You just had to walk around and like stare at the flag. And
yeah. So there's the
that was funny.
Yeah, there was a couple of things. The raw dog challenge.
That was one I was thinking. Go ahead, tell me more.
It's not necessarily a challenge; it's more way of life. You use a raw dog, or you don't raw dog. And I took to the airplane to really dog it out. And that one was. I mean, the funny thing about that was that out of all the things that I posted, that thing got so much traction. It still gets stuff today. I mean, I have like responses to comments on there that got like 50,000 likes. The final view count, I think the last time I checked it was like 10.2 million people had watched. I had that reel of me raw dogging the flight to Ho Chi Minh City, which is insane. I mean, that's insane. I mean, that's massive, massive viewership for something so stupid, like just staring at a screen on a flight. But, I hope I inspired some people to, keep it real and raw dog.
Absolutely, man. So now I know you had a round today. Where'd you play today, Patrick?
Omni La Costa. The fine folks out there at Omni had me out. It's just a short drive from Laguna, where I'm at, and saw one of my buddies. So we went out there, and that was the first time I'd photographed that golf course for the NCAA championships. And then I hadn't played it. So it was fun to play and see the work that Gil Hans did out there. Really, really good greens. And I mean, he was, arms were kind of tied behind his back with the land out there. But he maxed it out. He did about as good as you could have imagined with that kind of odd shaped piece of property.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah.
Now you have a book coming out in a couple months. Well, you don't have you do the photography for it, and it's pretty cool because it focuses on New England, which is our neck of the woods.
Heck yeah.
You know what I mean? We're Cape Cod guys. We are Cape Cod guys. So is there a couple am I going to see some Cape Cod courses? Yeah, we try to be.
Oh yeah.
Am I going to see some Cape Cod action in this book?
Oh yeah. Plenty of Cape Cod. I mean, Cape Cod is almost the heart of New England. I think it's, Boston's kind of the bleeding heart of the whole scene. But man, New England is one of the best places for golf in the entire world. I mean, and it really kind of flies under the radar. When you think about great golf, Long Island and, kind of Westchester, those places kind of steal the limelight. But I mean, it is deep too. That's why we did a book on it. Right. And so there it is. You got Catan set. It's just, I mean, I think we featured almost over 80 golf courses.
Wow.
Towards the end, we were so like, there's we could pack them all in. It could have been 180 if you really want to cover the entirety of it. But we did a great job of focusing on some of the best and most history-laden golf courses with anything that was of interest. We really tried to focus on because it's just endless. I mean, it just goes on. And I took a trip out there to, I had photographed a lot of the existing courses and some of the bigger names. And so we went out there to like kind of patch in any holes. And it's just, I could have spent 3 more weeks just continuing to find new places. But we really loved, I had to go and check out Nantucket. That was kind of the main thing. I think Nantucket's got some really great history and 1, 2, 3.5 golf courses out there. And Sconset was the one that I mean, you've got Sankaty Head, which is, I think most people that know Nantucket will think of that, and Nantucket Golf Club. But Sconset's like the gem out there. It's like $60. You got these square greens. I don't think they have an irrigation system, but you don't care because it's the vibe. It's cool. It's, you show up, pay your greens fee, and just rock and roll. You walk it and meet up with some strangers, and bring your dog or something if you want. It's that sort of place, right? It's where golf lives and where everybody can come and play. And next door is Nantucket Golf Club, and that's for wealthy individuals and their guests for the most part. And you get a peek at that, but you're kind of glad you're just living the muni life out there at Sconset. So that was a fun one that I didn't know about it before I got on the island. I had my eyes on Sankaty Head is the prize, and that was, no disappointment at all. But it's great to go to these places, and then you find something next door that really kind of just tickles your golf soul. And there's no place better than New England for that. I mean, you go down the street and you find something and you're like, oh, this is really cool. And I just don't know about it because, I'm in California, but the locals do. And there's a lot of really good nooks and crannies. And, I think the book does a good job at highlighting some of those and talking about, the big names as well.
Do you have a favorite?
Ooh, Sankaty Head really was in my recent memory. But yeah, let's Boston Golf Club is really good. And it's kind of cool to see. That was the course that really put Gil Hanse on the map. I think he would probably say the same. So it's cool to kind of see one of our modern, geniuses, if you will, our modern go-to architects in their early work and kind of where they came from. So I really enjoy Boston Golf Club. Eastward Ho is, Eastward Ho is probably, now that I think about it, might be my favorite because there are some holes out there that just remind you of like you're in Ireland or you're in Scotland with the fairways. And it's just that's a cool spot. Eastward Ho is
that's our goal. God,
you can't get on.
No, I can't get on it. They won't even take my. I try to follow them on Instagram, and they were like, "Who's this schmohawk?"
You got to do a better job than just following them.
Yeah, man, you got to be. I was gonna say, listen, that's the course. Eastward Ho is my dream. I'm right next to Chad, and we're in Brewster. I played Ocean Edge. We're right on the 8th hole of Ocean Edge. Have you ever played Ocean Edge? It's a Nicholas.
No.
Oh,
see, this is what I hate because I'm like, man, I gotta go back now. I haven't seen it all. So.
Listen, we're right in Brewster. There's the Captains is next to us, one of our favorites. They're 18-hole courses, always easy to get on, but public courses.
Yeah.
We're on Ocean Edge. Actually, good idea. Here, where is that? Here, this is our condo. Check this out. So that was the course, and then this is my condo. I'm sorry, this is my condo. This is walking out of my condo.
Coming back tomorrow morning to finish up that 17th and 18th, please. So, as teed up on 18th.
You were muted, Pat. I didn't hear what you were just saying. What do you think of that?
Oh, I was saying, yeah. What is that? A wedge to that green right there?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Actually, it was funny you said that because we'll go out there at nighttime with the glow in the dark balls, and we'll see how we can do. Get closest to the. I don't want to get yelled at either because so we're not members. We're sports members. So there's golf members, then there's sports members. So the golf members, that's big bucks. That's big bucks to be the member. It's a private course. Sports members have access to play like 6 or 8 times a year off season, but which is great. It's fine for me. That's when we go anyways. We're not there in the middle of summer. My parents rented all summer, but so I don't want to get yelled. It's again like this guy's like, come on, you're fine. You know how it is with private courses. We're out there sometimes. Yeah, I don't want. So he was yelling at me last time because we had the glow in the dark balls, and I'm like, there could be a neighbor literally 2 condos down that pays big bucks to play here. I'm like, we just got to be careful. That's all. Like, I don't want to get thrown off before we start because we had a 3-day. We were playing for 3 days in the off season.
Night get kicked out.
Yeah, you just have to. You understand. You got those private courses, really nice places. You gotta got to be a little respectful.
Yeah,
Right?
common sense.
That's
in
all.
a lot of those places goes a long way.
That's it, man. Absolutely. We like to have fun, but we're very respectful as well, man. But yeah, Eastward Ho that's the one. I mean, geesh. In time, maybe a few more connections, and we'll get maybe one of the club pros over there on the podcast, invite them on, and snooze them up a little bit.
Work
we'll
on
see
the follow first.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. All right, but you got to tell me a little bit about this. I'm gonna bring something up here, man. Tell me a little bit about this story. All right, hold on.
This is golf's leading Instagrammer. This is a death-defying stunt. And he's done it. Most impressive thing you've seen all day today, Bill?
The most foolish.
Golf's leading Instagram.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I love that I was the leading Instagrammer at that point in time. I don't think that was ever quite true. But I remember that I showed that to my mom, who's a huge Bill Murray fan, and she had no idea what was coming. And then when Bill Murray's face popped on, she's like, "Oh!" She was beside herself, just tickled to death that I had the good fortune to play the Old Course with Bill Murray. And I've I met a lot of people that are pretty cool and have a high profile, and not everybody gets to play with Bill, especially at the Old Course. And boy, I had 18 holes with the man himself, and that was, I think I wrote a little article about it for Golf Magazine just because it was such a unique experience. And you can probably find that somewhere out there. But man, I got a bunch of stories from that round of golf.
That's crazy.
Tell me one of them. Tell me one good story with Bill. I mean, first of all, I know he's got a good stick.
He was the man. Like, I was Pete Venkman for like 3 Halloweens as a little kid, so I was a huge Murray fan.
Yeah, give me one good story from that round.
So, I mean, I try to play it cool. I'm like, I mean, he doesn't want to hear Ghostbusters stuff or like, what about
That's all I got. I love it.
I'm just gonna be a dude that's playing golf, and we're connecting through the game of golf. And that was the way to go. Like, we were just talking about at the beginning, it's a little awkward because you're kind of not awkward, but like, you're like, holy shit, I'm playing golf with Bill Murray. And we were playing a couple holes, it's all good. And then Bill's got a short putt for par. It's maybe like 4 feet or something like that. And he hits his putt. It's maybe the worst putt I've ever seen in my life. It just goes like, it's a 4-foot putt, but he missed it like 3 feet right. And it's bad. And I look at him, just kind of shocked. And we make eye contact, looking at each other. And there's this kind of moment of silence, and he goes, "Good thing I'm not flying a plane," And it was like, that's a funny line, but when Bill Murray says it to you, and he's got that comedic timing that is unrivaled. I mean, you just lose it, and you're just like, "Oh, this is good."
100%. This is gonna be a fun round.
This is special, and so Bill is he's a good golfer. He really puts his soul into it. He's out there playing. He's not like going through the motions. Like, he's trying to make birdies. And there's a couple of moments that I really remember. He made a birdie, I think it was on 10, which is a shortish par 4, but he rolled in a nice putt for birdie. And this smile that came across his face was just one that I recognized of just pure golf joy. He's like, I got that one. I mean, the birdie was like, everybody knows the feeling of rolling in a 12-footer for birdie, dead center, and how that makes you feel. There's nothing else in the world at that point. And I saw that on Bill's face. So that was another cool moment. And then they just keep kind of coming. I can remember the round really pretty well. And the thing that's interesting about Bill is, and you'll notice this if you ever watched him at like the AT&T Pro-Am, is that he's on like just nonstop. And you're probably about 80 to 90% and 100% of the time, if you're just a fan, you're going to make a comment and Bill comes back with comedy. And the part that I enjoyed about the round was when we got the other 20 or 10% of Bill that just is a normal guy. He's talking about his family, and he took a trip with them. And I told him about my little RV tour and back in 2018. And we identified, we were like, hey, we're just a couple dudes playing some golf. And it was good. It was a good round of golf. And then I showed off my skills about jumping over the moat, which is not advised at the Old Course, but we can kind of get away with it when you're playing with golf royalty. And boy, it was not my finest jump. It would have been maybe more viral if I'd fallen in the moat, but I'm glad I didn't.
So who won the round? Who shot the better score?
Oh, I got him, but Bill won the round in terms of just being the man. He hit the highlight of the round was on 18. He pumped one off of the Russix Hotel, and it came back into play. So he bumps it off the buildings. Anybody that's ever been there knows that those homes or those hotels, those buildings on the right hand side are certainly in play. And he pumped one up there, bounced off back into the fairway, and everybody cheered because there's a smattering of people watching us play golf here. This is the Monday after the Dunhill Links, and so there's some fans still around. But he's great. I mean, he walks over to the people that are celebrity is a little bit different in Scotland. In the United States, you'd just be mobbed, and it's not as fun for those guys because a mob of like 40 people is not really manageable for one guy. But when you've got a couple groups of fans, Bill will go over to him and ask him questions and talk to him, and he just loves to engage and give people what he can in chunks. But that's, you talk to some of the other celebrities over there, like Timberlake was one. He's like, I love this because it's manageable, and I love fans and giving back to them. But it's like when it's an army of screaming girls, your instinct is to run. It's to get away from it because it's not really a manageable situation for them. But they'll seek out. I mean, JT would go over and ask people where they're from and sign autographs, and it's a different, fun, cool tournament. And that was just one of the many surreal experiences you have with a lot of American celebrities go over there and play that tournament, and I'm bummed I'm not going to be able to make it this year.
Oh shit, man!
I got the invite, but I'm going to be in France.
Well,
bummer.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
Well, the RGV Tour de France is firing up. So last year I set the world record in on my recreational golf vehicle tour. For those that don't know, it was the RGV Tour 2.0. So in 2023, and then I played 580 golf courses. And the fine folks over in France saw me driving around in an RV and said, "What if you were to do that here in France?" And I said, "I want to do that in France." And so we're firing it up. The Play Golf in France is a promotional. They're all about the beauty of France and the golf that resides within the country. And so I'm going to go around playing 30. I think it's about 30 courses, 30 days ish. Some of the finest French golf experiences you can imagine in a little camper van for a month coming up in about 18, 21 days. I leave for that. So
do you vlog these things too, or is it just photography you're doing with them?
It's a lot of folks that follow me along. Instagram is kind of my go-to with a lot of the day-to-day stuff being stories. Then photography is a big part of it. That's a great way for me to share it. It's very difficult when you look at creating content and then playing golf and then creating a video blog as well, or a vlog. Video is a different monster, but we will. I'm going to bring along my girlfriend Rachel, and she's going to roll some video. We're going to make a YouTube video out of the thing. So that should be a fun final product. We're just going to shoot as much and then give it to an editor and say, do what you can with this. And so there'll be a video piece that you can watch. I think it'll be really cool, because that's one thing that, you see all these guys doing YouTube and creating this stuff. And boy, there's a lot of content that has not been captured in my the past 5 or 6 years. I think a lot of people would be interested in some of the things I've done and sharing it with more of the photographs are one thing, but that's just a picture of a golf course. I think the stuff that's really engaging is, what it's like to be in a van for a year and play 580 golf courses. Like, what are my challenges? Like, what is the day? What is that even like? How do you plan that? How do you eat? How do you sleep? Where do you shower? Like all these things those are the questions that people want to know. And most of the content that comes out of that is, kind of fun and beautiful golf courses. It's not all that. So, if I could go back and do it all again, I think I'd probably find out a better video strategy. But I'm not going to complain. It's been a real fun ride. But yeah, I have some YouTube stuff up online, but not a lot.
YouTube is like a different ball game. I tell these guys,
fun.
I just fight for the listens. I try to put as much stuff on YouTube after I get my listens, because I actually get paid on my listens. And then, like, I'll put all the videos on YouTube after and tell people to go, check out previous
It's still
episodes.
good, just the way to draw attention.
Yeah, YouTube is just a total different though. I mean, you're not gonna monetize in YouTube. I feel like you got to have, I don't know how many followers.
Patrick, not for nothing, I think it'd be a great idea for you to start a podcast of your own to tell your stories. And
why not?
I did have a podcast. it's just tough. It was a lot to do last year. I have a podcast, and people can go and listen to some of the interviews that I did on the tour. And it was just interviews. I interviewed cool people that I liked. And you can go back to like 2018 and my first jaunt around that. So those were fun. I just did it because it was fun. I didn't do it. Most of the stuff I just started doing out of a passion for it's because I love to do it. I love to play golf. I love golf courses. There's no place I'd rather be than on a golf course. And so that's everything that I do or create is all because I love it. It's genuine stuff. I mean, you see some of these YouTube guys or some of these personalities, and you're like, yeah, this person doesn't have the deep-seated love like I do for the game of golf. And I think I kind of stick with it because it's like I think people are in search of a genuine experience or a personality or something that's really true. And so, you'll meet me in person. There's not much different for whatever content you can consume online and read about me. To what it's like. I always say that the tour was far better in person than it was online. And that's 100% true. People that joined and played with me that year 100% will vouch for that. Because that experience was like nothing else, man. It was everybody was part of that great big record, and we had thousands of people that joined the tour. And you know who you are. If you're listening, hell yeah, that was a great golf we played.
Well, actually, tell me a little bit about this moment. I gotta find it real quick. Tell me a little bit about.
I got one.
Go ahead. Before I show them this
before
video.
you get into that,
go ahead.
Was your background like in photography? Is that something like you grew up doing, like in the photography side?
Yeah, I mean, I was, I don't sit to be an expert of like the dark room. I don't come like when I was growing up, the technology that was available to me, I wasn't really using it. I was. I had flash bulbs, and I would take a picture here and there. I like taking pictures, but it was never like, hey, I'm gonna make this a career. It didn't really come till I was just taking a lot of photos of golf courses, and then Instagram really kind of gave me an audience. And then I, got lucky with a couple shots, and people really were interested, and people wanted to buy them. I was like, if people are going to buy them, I can get good at this. Like I love, and then I just jumped in. I was like, I'm the best golf photographer in the world.
Never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. Well, I'll show you the video that I showed earlier. These are some of I'll run it again. It was so good. This was some of my favorite Koenig photography. I just did a little clip. I'll let you see it.
Okay.
It's worth seeing a second time. I love that last one. I love that picture of you standing over the water there. But
yeah, you know what I'm doing there, fellas? I'm feeling the burn between my legs. That's what that is.
Here, Raj said he said the pictures are awesome. The music I picked was terrible, but I thought it was
little hokey. But yeah.
So you want to know the problem is I have a certain list of stupid songs that I could use because it's copyright.
Yeah,
and they'll come on and they'll tell me that I can't use it, and then they come sue me is the problem. And
find better. You could do better.
It's told. Find better. You could do better.
It's tough. There's some good royalty-free stuff out there.
All right.
No, I'm not gonna shame you on that, but that's fun. Every time I go, you see those photographs. It's like memory lane because for me, and I think hopefully some other people can. I mean, for those, I remember the round of golf. I remember that sunset. I remember Chambers Bay. I remember Bandon Dunes. And I remember that day. There was some even Eastward Ho in there. And I remember what I had, the chowder in the clubhouse at Eastward Ho. Like those things just kind of pop into your mind. And that's what good photography does. I think it will give people a memory. And I think that's what some of my photography does for other people, which is a real cool gift that you show them a place of a time or of a golf course, and they remember the time they played, and it brings back those good memories. And so that's why, I get orders all the time for my photography, and it's great. Today I had one for the University of Michigan. It was a dad be like, "Hey, this was a cool shot. I'd love to hang it in my kid's dorm room so he can, remember home." Nice. Stuff like that is awesome. I mean, you're giving a really meaningful gift, I think, when somebody connects to one of your photographs, and that's a really powerful and satisfying career for me. That I love it.
Absolutely. Well, here's an idea for you. We have 3 of us right here. I have a connection kind of to Ocean Edge. Of course, you never played. To Nicholas Design. If you can make it out there and make it happen, and we could at the same time as us.
You guys are going to be in France.
Well, he's going to be in France. I know. Listen, I'm talking maybe a year down the road or whatever.
Yeah. I'll be out on the East Coast, and I'll be Boston. There's too many good golf courses. There's stuff going on. So
what I'm saying is,
next time
we'll set it up. We're good vibes. I think we would have a great time together, the 3 of us and Patrick, and we'll get them on Ocean Edge and do some photography over there.
Yeah.
Do what you do best.
I would love to do it. Consider it a game plan once
All
I'm
right.
back out that way.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear, man. We'll play it by ear. I know you're busy, but before we let you go, man, I tell this story to everybody, and you have to tell Mikey in your own words and Raj, and I think it was over at Bandon Dunes, I believe. Tell him the hole-in-one story. Tell him what happened.
Mark, so I wasn't there, but this comes from my good friend who was there, Ben Garrett. He's a fantastic player out of Seattle. Loves Bandon Dunes, as does everybody. But he goes down there with a couple of his buddies, and these guys are older guys too, and they're playing golf at Bandon Dunes. So they're playing the main course. First hole, kind of headed out. It's a cold and windy day, or like it normally is out there. And for those that remember, the second hole is a par 3. It plays anything from like 160 to like 180, maybe, if I recall, maybe even longer. But this was before they kind of reshaped it, and there was a bowl down on the left-hand side, and with a kind of a backdrop, so you can kind of hit it in there, and you wouldn't be able to see the bottom of the hole, and potentially a ball could go in, you wouldn't see it, and so good chance for an ace. And Ben goes up. Ben's a great player. Ben goes up, hits it to the middle of the green, and then his 2 buddies, they both just flag it. They both just hit it right at the hole. You're like, I mean, we've all done that. You're like, oh, it's going to be in, and you get up there and it's over the green, or, just way short, who knows? But they go up there, and Ben's ball's in the middle of the green, and then they see one ball that's like a foot from the hole, and they don't see the other ball. And immediately they know that, like, there's no way that this ball is long, because you would see it on that slope, and no way it's short. So they go up, and sure enough, one of them's in the hole. It's like, oh yeah, hole-in-one. They're all kind of jumping around. And then they, Titleist won. He goes, Titleist won. It's mine. He's like, wait a minute, I was playing and they realized that they both bought brand new Titleist 1 Pro V1Xs in the pro shop. So they played like one hole with it. And these balls are identical golf balls. And since they're not able to identify whose ball is whose, under the rules of golf, they're both considered lost balls, and both players must go back to the tee and replay their third shot. So somebody had a hole-in-one, but they're both shooting for, I think there's a little fuzziness on if they actually did that or not. But
wow.
So nobody really, one of the guys, I don't think it was really a joyous situation. I think there was somebody saying, oh, there was like a little stuff that I could have, and Ben was like, you couldn't tell the difference. And I was like, what a heartbreaker, because, you can't really count it, can you? Because you could easily have been the guy a foot. Nobody knows who that ace was. Maybe when they pass through the pearly gates, the good Lord will tell them who's ace.
Right. And then this poor guy, I mean, he probably golfed 1,800,000 par 3s. You're still over, aren't you?
Yeah, I've seen 11. I saw one just a couple days ago, which was pretty exciting. This was really cool. I was playing Stock Farm out in Montana, which is a fantastic Fazio golf course. We're on the 17th hole, and my guy Lucas he's lighting it up. I think he's a couple under par. He missed everything and he's still under par. And I'm playing well. We're coming down the stretch, and he hits I'm like, all right, I'm going to roll the ace cam for this guy, and he hits a shot. He hooks it. It's maybe going to hit the green, but it's hooking. So I just turn it off. I turn off the camera and I'd say, oh, maybe a good GIR. And so when this ball lands, it hit into the rough and it sloped away from the green. So it should have just bounced deeper into the rough. Takes a weird bounce, it trickles onto the green. And I remember it like kind of trickles out of the fringe, and then there's a tier, and then it rolls to the top of the tier and it stops. And we're like, oh, good bounce. He's got to putt for birdie. Go to get my club, and I'm kind of walking back. The ball starts moving again. The ball rolls down the slope and goes in the hole for a hole in one. And, he'll tell you it was not a good golf shot, but it was an ace. That's for sure. And we were like hugging each other, just total strangers 3 hours ago. And it was a cool thing. That was just fun, but I'm aceless. I've got, I could do a whole podcast on the sob stories I got for.
Hey man, don't care how you get there, as long as you get there.
Yeah, well, it's kind of fun too, because it's like, if I have a hole in one, I'm just another doofus with one hole in one. But now I'm like, it's kind of like this hunt that I'm people make fun of me. I don't care. It's like I've hit enough good golf shots. I know that last little bit is certainly a little bit of luck. So I don't want to doubt my ability to get one. It just hasn't happened for me. I think I should have. If you do the numbers, I should have 3. If just the law of average would have worked in my favor, I should have about 3. I have 0, but that's cool.
That's cool. You're still a damn good golfer. You're still a damn good golfer, man.
Yeah. I thought I had an albatross yesterday too, but that was, just another. It was just right behind the pin. It looked like it was in, but it wasn't.
All right.
The albatross, that'd be cool if you get an albatross, no hole in one, but I've got an albatross.
Yeah, albatross is harder. I think in my eyes, it's harder than a hole in one.
I'd say it's hundreds of, if not thousands of times more difficult to do that, because first time you're playing golf, you can just go up and hit a hole in one.
Right.
In order to get an albatross, you have to have the power to hit it, probably about 500 yards in 2 shots. Which most people do not, or just hit a big drive on a par 4. So it's certainly reserved for those that are really good at golf. The albatross, and I'm hunting. I'm out albatross hunting. I don't care about those aces.
There you go, man. There you go. All right, Patrick. Listen, we really appreciate you coming on tonight. Why don't you tell everybody, my listeners, where they could find you? Give your plugs. Who helped you out with the tour?
Yeah,
Mike is yours, buddy.
Yeah, well, PJKoenig.com is where you can find me. It's got all my photography, my stories on the golf blog, and that's my Instagram handle, PJKoenig, and Patrick J. Koenig on Twitter. I tried doing TikTok, but that's for the birds. And
I agree.
And shout out to Golf Gamebook. They funded my world record effort. They were every step of the way. So you can download the Golf Gamebook app. And boy, I'm rocking the breakfast balls. This is the Back to the Future polo. These guys are the coolest. I mean, the people that work there are awesome. I only like to work with people that I love, and I love the guys over at Breakfast Balls. Are sending me incessant amounts of polos, and they make some creative stuff. And so, thanks for those guys for being along for the ride, and Troon as well. I'm like the acting Troon social media guy. Troon has been one of my favorite partners and they've sent me around the world with Troon. I could go on and on about the people that I love in the world of golf, and that those ones just popped into my head right now. So as you're aware, there's a lot of great people in the game of golf, and you guys are one of them. So thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Our
Thanks
pleasure.
for coming on.
And hopefully we can get that round in, man. Down the road, a year from now, 2 years. Whenever, man.
Hit us up when you come to the East Coast.
Absolutely.
Sure.
We'll make it happen, my man.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thanks for coming on, Patrick. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye. That was pretty cool, guys. Some cool stories from Patrick, man.
He's got a lot, dude. He's got a lot of stories to say.
What's cool is the people he's played golf with.
Absolutely,
That's
man.
the cool stories, I think.
Bill fucking Murray.
Yeah, dude.
Murray, man. That was just the tip of the iceberg, really. He's played with a lot of cool people.
JT too, he said. JT was over there. Yeah. That's another one. Dude, I don't know if I'd be able to keep it together playing with Bill Murray, to be honest. I'd probably, you know how excited I get.
Dude, I was a huge Ghostbuster fan. I would not. That's so Bill Murray's my. You know how I always do on the PPP, the 3 questions. Who would round out your foursome? Mine is Jason Williams, Bill Murray, and I put DJ in there for my pro golfer right now. Bill Murray's my.
Well, yeah, you would want to, yeah.
Yeah,
I have a great time with Bill
I
Murray,
think you would. And look at this guy.
I always said Justin Timberlake would be one of mine.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you said too. I remember when you said that.
I'm really excited to see that book. See the Cape Cod courses that
Yeah.
he put in there. And
what's the one again?
well, he did eat a little bit of Eastward Ho, and then
There it
the
is. I can never remember
and
that
then
name.
Nantucket. He did a couple courses out there. He said we're gonna have to take the ferry over there and
Yeah.
try either the what was the one that we did the Cape Cod read on, the one over in Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, the Vineyard, eh?
It was the
Well,
God,
the Vineyard, eh?
help me, Mike.
If there's any dead air, I can just
see it
rap.
up there.
Yeah, we golfed it on the Cape.
How-
We got a
How
clean
good are your
slate.
eyes?
Yeah,
I'm
terrible.
colorblind.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up right now.
I'm colorblind. I can't see nothing. I don't know. That's I don't know what that
You might be better off looking at the pictures over on the other poster.
Google it. But yo, this was that was a really cool episode though. That was a really
Absolutely,
cool
yeah. I
episode.
can't see his shit.
He's done
My
some
eyes
cool
are
shit.
terrible. He's a really cool guy. Hopefully, we can play that round, man. Hopefully,
Yeah,
you
get
know,
him
Yeah,
on the East Coast.
how good does that make you feel though?
What?
He's played that amount of golf
hole-in-one?
and no hole in one.
Yo, I wonder how close I am to playing the same amount of rounds in just 7 short years of golfing.
I know you didn't play as many rounds, brother. You may feel like you have. You may feel like you have.
Me and Fairway actually are keeping track, like at the clubhouse. So we're gonna get an actual total of how many rounds I went in and signed in for.
They'd be able to tell you.
The
database.
I sign in with my code every time.
Nice.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
So you average probably what, 3 or 4 rounds a week?
4.
So 4.
But does that include all your tournament shit too?
No, I only played 2 tournaments up there. Well,
Okay.
3 now this year. So
We'll have league night as well. So that's Friday
that
night.
counts that though because I play 18 on Fridays. So it's basically
So do you
playing-
play? Or you play 18 and then another 9 though?
No, I play
Alright.
18. So if like our league's in the front, I'll loop back around, play the front again.
Gotcha, man. All right, well, I'm really tired, guys. It's
I'm shot.
we had Patrick. He's West Coast, so we did the recording a little later. It's going on 11 o'clock, and I haven't had dinner yet. I'm
You didn't
beat.
eat dinner, man.
No, man.
I was just talking about stopping and grabbing a sub.
Yeah, the wife is gonna have leftovers in the
Mr.
car.
Scrubs.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
didn't eat
You
either.
didn't eat anything either, did you?
I
Oh,
went from
man.
the course to my house and
Starving.
then right here.
All right, but yeah, guys, make sure everybody checks out the book coming out this fall. I'll be promoting it for Patrick. It looks really awesome, and we really appreciate
him coming on, man. That was a good,
for
good
sure,
episode.
for sure.
What,
And
what kind of codes you got for people?
Oh, I got one.
yeah,
High Society.
shoot it out.
Go check out highsociety.com. We got promo code.
You
Is
said,
it?
you said it wrong again.
I knew I did. Highsociety.co.
no, no.
Damn, bro. Highsocietygolf.com.
There it is, brother. He's gonna beat you, man.
My bad.
Do you have to
bro.
write this shit down?
I do
Gonna
because
have-
the golf in there is definitely throwing me off. Highsocietygolf.com. Use promo code Upstate 15
That's it.
for 15% off site wide. Dope hats, shirts. Definitely go check them out. Highsocietygolf.com.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up for the night. We appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast.
518 to the Cape.